One. Hello, hello. Hello, hello.
Hello?
How we
Is it
doing?
live? How's our bit rate? Has our bit rate failed us already?
Our bit rate is chilling. It is chilling at a very respectable 4,700 kilobytes per second.
That's what we want to hear. That's what we want to hear.
We don't want to see, over 7,000, because that would be bad.
That would prevent us from streaming.
Yeah. Well, no.
Like
no.
final
Well, no.
Dead Space
No.
stream is
No.
broken up into 4 pieces.
It would prevent us from streaming to completion, not from streaming. Period. But looks like we've solved that problem. What is going on, everybody? We got a lot to talk about today.
Welcome to this week's Amusement Mile, week 22.
We got a lot to talk about today. We're gonna have a long sort of topic that you guys could possibly help out with and guessing with.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, we got a good amount of gaming news today. We got a good amount of tech news as well, and we even got some anime news for you. So without further ado, why don't we hop right into the driver's seat and get on this journey? So first up, the FBI email server was hacked.
That sounds like something that shouldn't get hacked.
Yeah, I mean, our national security, like, it just shows you that, like, the next war that we're going to be fighting is not going to be as Joe Biden calls it, a shooting war. It's going to be a cyber war.
I found something better to call it.
A real
shooting war.
A shooting war. But it's going to be like very much cyber warfare, and that's apparent with how many third-party foreign states have been involved in hacks against U.S. infrastructure in the past year or 2 years. So that just goes to show you that. But it seems like not even like national security agencies are protected from this sort of hack anymore. Like, we do not have a network that could sustain large amounts of hacks. As far as I know, nothing malicious was done outside of the hack other than breaching the actual firewalls. It looks like they just sent out plain text spam emails from the FBI's email servers. So these were little more than spam emails. It's unclear whether these were more malicious. It looks like it was a gray hat, not a white hat, but it was just it's one of those people that's like wants to prove that this can be hacked. Like, it's not more so they're doing it for good or for bad. They're just saying, hey, this can be done. So just letting you know.
Directing attention.
Yeah, this is just like calling for action, essentially, based on how poor the infrastructure is there. But yeah,
well,
I hope
it could have been so much worse.
I hope they rectify that very soon. In other news, in gamer news, sort of, I mean, not sort of, Nvidia, to help ease the GPU shortage going into 2022, it looks like in Q1 2022, they plan to re-release the RTX 2060, but this time with double the amount of VRAM that it has. The release of the RTX 2060 originally saw it released with 6 gigabytes of VRAM. They want it to release with 12 gigs going into 2022. 12 gigs is a lot. That's as much as a 3080 Ti. And more than a 3080, so I think that would be useful. But I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think releasing a card with more VRAM, which would require more resources, would help ease the manufacturing burden. Because VRAM is in short supply. The actual memory units are in short supply over at their foundries. So I'm not sure why they're thinking this would help anything in the long run, long term. Because, yes, they're based on an older technology that is in less demand, but the VRAM is the same as the new cards. So I'm just curious on their reasoning on that. But I just want anyone to get a card. Any card that they can get at this point. It's so sad.
Like our coworker needs a replacement stat, and anything we can get him.
Someone we work with is still rocking. He showed me his system specs. He's still rocking an RX 380, which is from like 2012. And I forget the processor. It's like an old AMD FX 7800 or something like that. That's another processor that's over 10 years old, I think. And so it's a long time, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't even have DDR4 in memory, which should be an indicator of how old the system is. But yeah, I'm just I'll say it again, like, scalpers, can you just let people have a win at this point? Like, haven't you guys profited enough? Like just let people. It's been over a year since this stuff has launched. It's been like a year and a half. Can you please just?
And it's spreading past gaming and computers and stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure the Arby's vodkas, like the 2 Arby's vodka flavors that they released, got scalped.
I'm pretty sure because of this, the reason that I don't think the U.S. government has taken action against scalping in particular is because it's usually directed at non-essential items. We saw that wasn't the case in the pandemic with the toilet paper shortage that was going on during COVID. But they just chalked that up to people just buying for themselves. They didn't think that scalpers were really buying toilet paper, but they were. But if scalpers ever openly bought, like very openly bought, essential items or products and resold them again, and they created another massive shortage, I think the U.S. government would be forced to take action, or I think they at least should, because at a certain point, like what becomes, bless you, what becomes,
thank you,
what do you define as essential? Like, because I've heard of people scalping car parts, and like people can't repair their cars. Wouldn't you deem a car as essential for certain people?
Yeah.
Like, scalping is getting out of control. Anyway, Barbados is the first country to actually have a legitimate metaverse embassy.
What?
I didn't think I would say those words, but here we are. Barbados is having a metaverse embassy to help sort of have a relationship between their ambassadors to their country and the actual metaverse, because they're anticipating it's going to be a large cultural and geographical phenomenon. So it calls enough attention to that they need an actual metaverse embassy.
Damn.
I'm not excited about this, to be honest. I don't want the metaverse to be taken this seriously.
Neither do I.
I don't like it. I don't like it. We're entering the 1984 realm even more and more every day.
Stop.
Yeah, George Orwell's words ring in my ear every night because of stuff like this. Apple has actually done a great thing, although I am questioning their motivations. It looks like starting next year, you will be able to repair your own iPhone 12 and 13 as well as your M1 Max with official Apple parts with a repair kit that Apple will sell you.
Really?
So now individual users can repair their own devices, provided that they have an iPhone 12 or newer or an M1 Mac or newer. And not only are they sending you the actual parts that you need, they are sending you instructions as well as specialized tools to help deconstruct their proprietary components. The initial phase of the Apple Repair program will focus on the most commonly serviced products, including iPhone displays, batteries, and cameras, with the ability for additional repairs later in the year. I think their motivation is they had an earnings call with their shareholders, and it looks like they face shareholder pressure to release these things because it looks like they were losing customer support because of their lack of right to repair. But it looks like since they're making these available, this seems to be motivated. But then when asked, does this have anything to do with the recent shareholders earnings call, Apple said no. So I'm like, but the thing is, this was just rolled out. Like there's not a lot of details about this plan that we know about. Like what I've read to you is basically all we know. It'll be available next year.
Oh, okay.
It'll be available next year. It'll focus on selling you the necessary parts and the instructions and the tools, and that's about it. We have zero more details on it. And one thing that everyone needs to realize about Apple is they very rarely release something or even announce something before it's ready. Before it's ready for people to see it. This should tell you how long they were thinking about something like this. This was something that they just slapped together. Like, don't kid yourself. There's no way Apple claimed that this plan was in production for over a year. Don't kid yourself. Don't kid yourself on that one.
It would be done.
Nvidia has announced a new competitor to AMD's Fidelity FX Super Resolution, simply called Nvidia Image Scaling. Now, this isn't not to be confused with DLSS, which is Nvidia's own proprietary upscaling image technology, which is specific to certain games that they work with developers to optimize for. No, this is a direct competitor to FSR, in that FSR is just a simple image upscaler, so that it gives you have a native render resolution, and then it simply interpolates the images to make the pixels look sharper. So Nvidia image scaling can be used on pretty much any game, or I think the application could even go beyond games, to be honest. But yeah, it's a competitor to FSR. Like, it's a one-to-one comparison now. So I think that's cool. I'm curious to see which one works better.
Yeah,
I'm curious to see if it's like a graphics card situation where certain AMD cards work better in certain games and vice versa for Nvidia. We'll have to see. Also, Apple, I know you just did a good thing by announcing this repair program, but like, you gotta know when to walk away. Apple has recently implied, is the word for it. They have the new Apple car, which is in development, is reported to have no steering wheel and no pedals.
Oh my god.
Apple is looking to make the first fully self-driving car. And
Come on.
I don't think Apple is the one. For Apple to make the first fully self-driving car, there would have to be so many stars that align perfectly for them. Because think about how established car makers are having such a hard time with that.
Yeah.
And like, think about how long Tesla has been working on self-driving. For how many years? And they still haven't nailed it yet? Like, Apple is not going to be the first one to do it. They've not made a single car. How is Apple going to be the first to nail self-driving? Like, it doesn't make sense.
I don't see it.
Apple, just don't. Please. From everyone, please stop.
For everyone, for everyone, not for us.
Something that I'm actually very excited about. TCL, which is a display manufacturer, pretty popular if you have a TCL TV. You and me have TCL TVs. TCL owns Roku, I think. Maybe. I don't quote me on that. But I'm pretty sure.
I won't quote you
I'm pretty sure Roku is a subsidiary of them, but I could be incorrect on that. But TCL has recently demoed prototype high resolution and super high refresh rate displays. I'm talking, they have debuted a 32-inch 4K 240 hertz monitor. Which, if you're like into the PC gaming world, you know how expensive 4K 120 hertz monitors are.
Yeah.
Like all of them are $1,000 or above, and $1,000 is the low end of 4K 120 hertz monitors. But I think that's very, very cool to like look at. But also, what's even more surprising is TCL seemingly also hinted that in their roadmap they aim to be the first producer of a 75-inch 8K 265 hertz MLED TV.
75 inches?
75 inches.
Jesus Christ, they're going for gold.
Which, I don't even want to know how much that's going to cost. Because if you look at 120 hertz TVs, period, like, most of them are, like, the same thing as monitors, like $1,000 or above. But that's for 4K. Like, if you had an 8K 120 hertz display, which don't exist yet, by the way. Which don't exist yet. But they're talking about over double 120 hertz. And I'm just like,
Christ.
that is very, very strong talk. It's looking like they're it's looking like a TCL is looking to push a new standard of DisplayPort. We're on DisplayPort 1.4 right now, but it looks like they're going to be try to be the first to support DisplayPort 2.0, which would support super high refresh rate at super high resolutions. So I'm interested in this. But honestly, like, is there any benefit? Is there any benefit beyond 240 hertz? Because you could make a legitimate case that 240 hertz and under is like, the more you go, the higher the refresh rate, the better your eyes will feel, or the better your experience will be. But once you get to 240 hertz, you're at a point of diminishing returns. What would 8K 265 hertz even look like?
I know you're asking me, but I'm
asking
really
everyone. I'm like, does anyone know?
I really can't say. It'd certainly be pretty, but I think it would look quite a whole lot like 8K 240 hertz.
Oh. I just don't know. I just don't know at all. All right, moving on. This is an interesting one. This is a gaming related one, but it's also tech. Ubisoft.
It's gonna take a fuck ton of tech.
Ubisoft is planning to open the first full gaming theme park. They plan to open the Ubisoft Entertainment Center in 2025. The center will reportedly feature, quote, gamification technology, which is an interesting term.
Yeah, what does gamification technology mean?
I don't know. They're looking to take inspiration from Nintendo World in Japan, Super Nintendo World in Japan. This is going to open in France, in where is it? Montpellier.
Okay.
I think so.
I mean, I'm for it. I'm
curious to see what it's going to look like.
I like amusement parks, and I like gaming.
If they could have an Assassin's Creed themed area, I would be very interested in going to see that, because I love the old Assassin's Creed games, like specifically the Ezio ones. Like
absolutely.
Like that was when Assassin's Creed, I would argue, peaked. There are some that argued that like Black Flag is the best Assassin's Creed, and I'd be like, it is.
I mean, I'm a big Black Flag fan.
Oh, so am I. But like for me, like such an OG like Assassin's Creed fan, like it's hard to beat.
Assassin's Creed 2 is honestly incredible.
If we got more time with Edward Kenway, maybe I would be more inclined to agree with you. But at the same time, I feel like because it was shorter and sweeter of an experience with him, I would argue maybe that's part of the reason that many people regard it well. Like it's about quality over quantity.
I can see that.
Last tech related thing, Samsung Tech Day just happened. The largest announcements that they debuted are a roadmap for their future production technologies. They plan to produce in the future. The timeline is a little spotty, but down the line in the next 10 years, they plan to produce DDR6 memory, which we just had DDR5.
DDR5, yeah.
That just came out this year. At speeds of 17,000 megahertz. Oh my God, you're gonna have a freaking supercomputer in 10 years. Everyone.
So nice.
They are looking at GDDR6X Plus, which
you lost me there. I have no clue what you just said.
GDDR6X is the VRAM that is located on the 3080 and the 3090, as well as the 3080 Ti. The 3070 and below only have GDDR6. GDDR6X is supposed to be like more optimized for like more graphically intensive tasks. And they also plan down the line to produce GDDR7, obviously, and HBM3 roadmap, which AMD has HBM2 memory right now on their graphics cards. But honestly, I haven't seen much application for HBM memory, but all the AMD fanboys could surely correct me on that, because be sure to educate me on that. But I think that's pretty cool. Lot of technology. Lot of technology happening, and I love it. All right, moving on to gaming. Kind of sad news.
Yeah, honestly.
Xbox says it is, after releasing a new list of 70 plus backwards compatible games at Xbox's 20th anniversary showcase, Xbox announced that they will no longer be making further games backwards compatible with the Xbox Series X and S, as well as the Xbox One. That is due to, in their words, legal and technical constraints, as well as licensing constraints. So it looks like everything is out of their control at this point, and it looks like
they've made it goodness, my train of thought just derailed. They've made every game that they possibly could backwards compatible.
Yeah. They said we have reached the limit of our ability to bring games to the catalog.
Exactly. Okay.
Like
they see. Hey, guess what? They said it's good that they said what I wanted to say better, because
they had a quote ready for you.
Yeah. God damn! I should have held my tongue. Let's keep going.
But yeah, that's unfortunate. But I would argue that no one other than Xbox has made such an effort to make legacy games compatible with current gen hardware. No one.
Oh yeah, no, we've talked about this on stream before. It's Philip Spencer has done such a great job with the company.
He also said recently that he supports legal emulation, obviously.
And that's honestly he's the good guy.
Like, you can't be mad at him.
He's the game company CEO protagonist.
Like, I love him so much. All right, I already mentioned it. We should talk about everything that happened at the Xbox 20th anniversary showcase. So they basically started off with a brief look at the history of Xbox. A new a 6-part documentary was announced to be releasing when? I think it's going to be released. First part of the documentary will be released on December 13th. It'll be available on Roku, IMDb TV, YouTube, Redbox, and other platforms as well. It is going to take a look into the DirectX team, which is the team behind the graphics technology DirectX, working to make a console that was at first held together by chewing gum and paste. That's their words. And the documentary will also talk about the legendary Duke controller. So I'm actually interested in this documentary. I think I'm going to watch it when it comes out. It seems pretty interesting.
Me too.
I love gaming history, and I love documentaries about the games industry, so I'm pretty interested about that. Phil Spencer talked about the power that Xbox has in connecting people, making their games more accessible across a variety of platforms, including PC as well as consoles, and how it is all about connecting people through gaming. The 70 new games that were added to the backwards compatibility catalog include the entire Max Payne series, the entire Fear series.
Nice. I've been wanting to play Fear.
Dead or Alive Ultimate, and Star Wars Jedi Knight 2 and Jedi Outcast. Those were the most notable Yeah, most notable releases. They have also gave a lot of titles, 26 titles, an FPS boost, including the Dead Space games, the Fallout games, the Elder Scrolls games, Alan Wake, and the Sonic games.
Oh, just in time for us to already be done with Dead Space.
Yeah, great, right?
Go figure.
They talked about making Xbox even more accessible than it already is, especially to gamers that have disabilities, which I was very pleased with. The Halo TV show got a teaser trailer.
Super cool.
Halo Infinite multiplayer went live.
Yeah, which was it went live ahead of the game, which was super sick.
And the biggest thing that people weren't expecting is The Rock returned to talk about Xbox again, like he did 20 years ago.
Yep, with the iconic turtleneck and fanny pack.
And they launched XboxVault.com, where you could have a Red Notice, which is The Rock's new movie. You could have a Red Notice style scavenger hunt across memories of Xbox, and it's a sort of trivia based quest that you have, and you can win a chance upon submitting your trivia score. You win a chance at getting Xbox games, merch, anything like that. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yep, and it's XboxVault.com is currently inaccessible due to the high amounts of traffic it is getting. Yep, I
got through. I got through. I actually
Are
submitted.
you fucking kidding me? I've been refreshing for so long.
No, not today. I'm talking about days ago.
Okay, I was literally sitting here trying to get on the site while we're talking about it, and I have not had a chance.
Not had a chance to it. I think the link that is pasted in the source is bad. If you type
I'll look into it.
If you type in Xbox Vault and just click the link there. Yeah, if you just type in xboxvault.com and hit enter, then it'll take you to the page.
Bucks.
Oh wait, is the site broken? I think they took the site down. All right, well.
Yeah, it's just a blank screen for me.
Page. I'm pretty sure that the site is either broken or taken down. That's unfortunate, but it was good while it lasted. I got my score in, so hopefully I'll win like a shirt or something.
Oh yeah.
So we'll see about that. But I thought that was pretty cool.
All right, now getting into some FPS news.
Call of Duty plans to have an even more stringent ban policy on cheaters. Not only in the future, this was their anti-cheat team Ricochet.
They have a new anti-cheat system called Ricochet, which is great name for it. Holy shit.
Great name, piss poor execution, because it got hacked the second day it was out.
Oh my god.
It got bypassed the second day it was out. But Xbox, or not Xbox, I'm still on Xbox. I just love Xbox. Ricochet announced that it is updating its permanent ban policy, stating that if you are caught cheating even once, starting from December of 2021, if you are caught cheating even once, you will be banned from the current Call of Duty, as well as all previous entries of the Call of Duty franchise.
Yeah, which is huge.
I don't know if they probably can't ban you from playing campaign mode, but I think they could like IP ban you from playing online with other people.
Online multiplayer, absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's a very progressive stance on their part, because like honestly, I have zero patience for Call of Duty cheaters these days.
Yeah, no, and especially Call of Duty is as a franchise is probably one of the worst when it comes to the amount of cheaters on its player base.
Yeah, I think that this is a very necessary. It's harsh in some people's views, but I think it's very necessary. So kudos to Ricochet. I am kind of sad about this next one because I was really looking forward to it. Battlefield 2042 looks like it's having a very rough launch. They've been plagued by a number of game errors, including server problems, troubles connecting, which I personally experienced. Which I got the error message saying that you must check your internet connection because they said that my internet connection was the problem, but it was actually a problem with the server, and I just couldn't matchmake. I couldn't get into a match because of it, because they had server problems. So they had server problems. They had gunshot bloom, which is a term for how shots deviate from your crosshair aim, which makes it seem like your shots aren't landing where you aim them, which could be very frustrating. They had a number of glitches, including hovercrafts that could essentially climb buildings and fly 40 feet in the air.
Like, if this was still the playtest, that would be fun.
And seemingly strong enough to destroy helicopters when head-on colliding with them.
It's like it's funny to think about because they're like, oh my god, they're like breaking the game, but like this was the full launch. This wasn't the playtest that happened a while back that we played, which I like. It was a blast to see like the potential of it, but also the fact that like when you rode the elevator up the building, like up to the top of the building, everyone just sank into the floor around you. Like that stuff was fun to see, but you don't want to see that like fun to see in a playtest, but not in an
actual full launch of a game
that
you're charging $70 for.
Yeah, that's bad.
And a lot of people pre-ordered. A lot of people paid $120 for this game.
Oh.
And it's not even done yet. But like some people were reporting UI complaints, saying that they hate the new user interface, and how like you have to like customize your weapon attachments in the actual like combat scenario and not the actual create a class menu. Which I don't know. I feel I can see both ends of that. Like, I kind of like the old way to do it, but at the same time, I'm like, oh, I like that they did it this way. So I see both sides of that.
Yeah.
They're going to be issuing a lot of patches this week. EA and DICE have both commented on that themselves and stating that they're going to be working on a number of patches in the first week of launch, which is this coming next week. One of the problems that they're going to be doing is nerfing the hovercraft, which is great. They're going to be getting rid of the gunshot bloom issue and hopefully increase server connectivity. So hopefully we do see that. So please, yeah. EA, please go to work. Please take care of this. All right, you should talk about this next one because you're a big Pokemon fan.
Yeah, so Ed Sheeran's official Twitter it revealed that there's some, like, it's honestly really cryptic. So we have no clue what to take from this, other than the fact that there is some collaboration coming from Ed Sheeran and Pokemon Go.
What do you think that could be?
I think, because recently, like, Katy Perry did a song that's like a Pokemon song, and so did Post Malone. Like, they both, like, their songs have like Pokemon music videos. I think it's probably gonna be Ed Sheeran song with a Pokemon music video, but it's specifically Pokemon Go. That's like there's still a little flag in the back of my head.
I'm worried about a precedent that this is setting. Like, we've been saying how long we want gaming to go mainstream, but there's a problem with that, and that stuff like this keeps happening, or stuff like this will be commonplace. Like, and for now, it's been mostly isolated to Fortnite because Fortnite is a large cultural phenomenon. And every celebrity that you could think of has already been in Fortnite, or it's featured so many different properties from so many different franchises and properties.
Try all you want. You can't unconnect your favorite game franchise from Fortnite. I saw like a web map of all of the franchises Fortnite is like technically canon in, like, now, like, canon to now, and it is wild.
And my fear with stuff like this happening is that games that we love are no longer going to be sacred and are no longer going to be like just games. Like, they're going to be things that obviously game companies are in it for profit, but
yeah,
like, they're going to be things that like are bastardized for for profitization, and I'm very worried about that. Saints Row reboot was delayed, which is unfortunate, but I'm honestly all right with that. Take all the time you need because February 2022 is already stacked with enough games. We do not need more. So please, guys, I think you did the right thing, and it will now release in, I think, August. Yeah, August 23rd, 2022. So there's that. So take all the time you need, guys. Let's skip 7 for now because that's gonna be our.
I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah. So you want to talk about this next one?
Yeah. So Warner Brothers Multiverses, it's real. We got the official trailer just a few days ago. It features Batman in the trailer. Arya Stark in like
another that came out of left field. I did not think.
Yeah, no one thought to think of Game of Thrones when we thought Warner Brothers, which was super cool. It's confirmed that Matthew Lillard is voicing Shaggy in this game, which is so nice because like very recently Warner Brothers kind of just like recasted Shaggy without letting him know, kind of just like going behind his back.
And also
he's been Shaggy through everything.
And also Superman is George Newbern. Batman is Kevin Conroy, the iconic Batman.
Yep.
Tara Strong is voicing Harley Quinn. Killer voice cast. And Maisie Williams is actually voicing Arya Stark.
Yep.
Jake the dog is John DiMaggio.
John DiMaggio, which is his voice from the series. Like I'm honestly extremely impressed that
everyone's signed on for this.
They're doing what the Nick one. I can't even remember the name of the Nickelodeon game.
Brawl Stars, I think.
Brawl Stars.
Nickelodeon Brawl. Cause like it was an alright. It was mid.
It was good, but like there was no voice acting.
Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, and that's what that's what the biggest complaint about it was.
Yeah, you're really gonna have Nigel Thornberry in the game and not have him say smashing
even Danny Phantom, like no going ghost, like that's such an iconic line, like
yeah, I'm honestly really excited for this. From the trailer, combat looks like a love letter to Brawlhalla. With an emphasis on co-op play, because like your teammates, like you can affect your other teammate with your abilities positively, and stuff. I love the look of this, and from the trailer, it says that they have plenty of content updates planned with a lot of new characters we haven't seen yet. So
they're also I watched the trailer. I don't know if you did.
I did.
They said that they're going. One thing that I'm very impressed with, a claim that they made, is they are planning to have best in class and best in genre network connectivity.
Yeah, that is a
big one because
claim.
like Super Smash Bros. Fans know how easy it is to disconnect from a match. Like it's very easy to do that. So like fighting games like this really need a stable network connection, and it's very comforting to hear a gaming company prioritize this in a fighting game.
Honestly. And
I'm looking forward to this. This is coming out in 2022.
It looks great. Obviously, we got like a
and it's free to play. And it's free. It's free to play.
It's free to play, which is nuts.
Like we should play this with like our friends that don't usually play games because they can't afford them.
Yes.
Like I'm looking forward to this so much.
And they have custom skins planned. Like they have a cool. It's almost I want to say. Shaggy, but from Kill Bill.
Basically, Ultra Instinct Shaggy.
Yeah, no, there's a taunt that they put it. They fucking did it.
Your character could have multiple costumes. We got a sneak peek at Zack Snyder's black Superman suit for Superman, which was pretty interesting.
Yeah. Honestly, this looks like a fantastic love letter to fighting games by Warner Brothers.
And this is just the roster at launch.
Yeah,
like they're planning to expand it.
Like I mentioned, they have plenty of characters that they've got on deck to put in the game. So I'm really excited. I'll be following this
very closely.
Yeah, I'll be following this for like a year after.
Another
Like,
thing,
I wonder who's coming next.
they will be holding play tests. I'm gonna sign up for one, I think.
I wanna get in on it too.
And one more important thing is that they are going to be having cross-play and cross-progression at launch.
It's not
It's
hard
not
respawn.
hard. It's
not
not
hard respawn. Please just put cross progression in Apex. It's not hard.
It's not hard. Just stop. Oh my god.
You made me not vote for you for best ongoing game.
I haven't
because of it.
I haven't submitted my votes yet. I'm gonna vote with Maddie tonight because she's looking forward to it too. All right, moving on. Very excited about Multiverses though. You talk about this one because you're more of a Super Smash Bros. Fan than I am.
Oh yeah, this was big.
This was a big one.
I saw stuff about this. There's a new Super Smash Brothers tournament that was announced, and it's looking so great. I believe this is the first official licensed Super Smash Brothers Melee tournament.
Hey Jared.
What?
I'm over here.
Oh my god.
Sorry, go on, continue.
Dude, you completely derailed my train of thought. Yeah, the competitive community of the Smash franchise has been, its relationship with Nintendo as a company has been super rough.
Strenuous at best.
Yeah, at absolute best. Like, and it never was best. Constant tournaments of like were shut down, like online, especially through COVID. An online tournament was shut down because they couldn't meet in person, so they had to emulate it for the tournament, and they got like essentially a cease and desist from Nintendo because they're the Gene Simmons of game companies.
Yeah, essentially.
But it's looking like this this tournament is looking to like mend the relationship in a way, because it seems like Nintendo's finally like cutting slack, so to speak. It's not the exact phrase I wanted to use, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're finally meeting the Smash community in the middle. That's better.
Because
they're like, okay, they're taking steps to not commend. Oh no.
They're taking steps because like Nintendo has such like predatory business practices where they will shut down a local Smash Bros tournament, or like even any property that they own, like Splatoon. They'll shut down that too. Just because they're so detrimentally afraid of someone abusing their IP and like taking their copyright, you know? But no other gaming company does that. Literally none.
Yeah.
So I think it's finally time that Nintendo gets out of the Stone Age and finally allows people to just show just let the community do what the community does best, and just like appreciate your game and spread the love that they have for it.
Yeah, man. This is super big.
Yeah. In other gaming news, Forza Horizon 5 is continually every week making Xbox history. It is going down in gaming history. Forza Horizon 5 has had the biggest first launch week in Xbox history. For context, it took Forza Horizon 3 2 years to reach 10 million players. It took Forza Horizon 4 3 months to reach 10 million players. It took Forza Horizon 5 1 week to reach 10 million players. To give you a sense of
insane.
To give you a sense of how many people love this game and how making it accessible to people on PC as well as console and cloud. People can play it on their phone too if you have Game Pass. Like, Xbox is doing so. Xbox, I can't think of a gaming company that has better business practices than Xbox does.
It's so nice. It's literally, it's just like, it's so I'm not. We're not even like Xbox boys, but we're just like, this is just.
My PS5 is right over there.
Yeah, mine's right there, and like it's just.
My PS3 is right over there. I don't even own an Xbox. Like, I just love what they're doing. I
do have an Xbox.
They're the golden retriever of like video game companies.
Just every time I hear Xbox and gaming news, it's always positive.
It's like a warm drink. Like every time you hear a bit of news from them, it's like
it's like a warm cup of hot cocoa that's not too hot after you just got out from shoveling snow. It is just the best feeling out there.
I love it. I love it so much. So yeah, I'm very much into Forza Horizon 5 right now. It is like one of the most fun I've had in like a game period in a while. Like it's pretty fun. Like you should play it. I know you don't have a steering wheel, but like you should still play it. Update on the GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition.
Thank God.
Another bad launch. People have been saying this is this year's Cyberpunk.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
And it really is, because it has a way lower Metacritic rating than Cyberpunk does. Like, this is worse than Cyberpunk, if that's any indication of how bad it's running. The GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition includes remasters of Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. They've been updated with newer graphics, but they have been plagued by bugs and graphical imperfections ever since launch, with going so far as to have the PC version be pulled from the Rockstar game launcher, and people who paid $60 for it and pre-ordered it were unable to play the game that they paid $60 for.
Yep.
Is now back on the Rockstar Games launcher, and Rockstar recently had to release a statement stating that the updated versions of these classic games did not launch in a state that meets our own standards of quality or the standards of our fans have come to expect. They said that they said that the update will see the games reach a level of quality that they deserve to be at. They reportedly will be releasing patches regularly now. They are planning to shortly relist the older versions of the games, and the people that have ordered the definitive edition will get those original versions of the games for free at no additional charge, which is a very good step in rectifying the situation on Rockstar's part. And I think that they are committed to fixing this, because reportedly these weren't games that they just had the files for from the PS2 versions of the game. These were the files that they had were reportedly ripped from the phone ports of all three of these games. These are phone ports.
Serious?
These are phone ports that they slapped into consoles and charged $60 for. And they just touched up the graphics a bit, and they were like, "Here, pay us."
Oh my God.
So yeah, they are very much deserving the flack that they are getting for this. So it is important for them to take steps to hold themselves accountable, honestly.
It's a long road.
Because as far as I know, they still there were many bugs on the mobile versions of these games, and as far as I know, they didn't fix most of those bugs when they launched the definitive edition.
That is bad.
That is very bad, and you could see why it earns the title of this year's Cyberpunk.
Absolutely. Can I talk about this next one?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so Bandai Namco has announced an asymmetrical Dragon Ball action game, fighting game, called Dragon Ball The Breakers.
I'm very interested in this one.
It is an 8-player online game, where it's essentially, if I could equate it into current game terms, it is a Dragon Ball themed Dead by Daylight. It is 7 survivors versus one. Oh, what is the term they used? It is 7 survivors versus 1 raider. The raider being the trailer for the game shows the raider as Cell, but it can also be Frieza or Boo. I believe. So you can choose of 1 to 3 raiders, and there are 7 survivors. You have to hide from the raider and like pick up items and fight back, and you're trying to find the super time machine to escape, because you got the survivors got sucked into quote unquote the temporal seam, and so now they're stuck with Cell, Frieza, or Boo, and they have to escape. So it looks a whole lot of fun, and honestly, it's so nice to have asymmetric Dragon Ball games, just because like the formula for Dragon Ball has been very copy pasted throughout the years,
Right, yeah.
With like a change of trend with Kakarot, which was really well
Honestly,
done.
my favorite Dragon Ball game now.
So and in the trailer, 2 survivors had the likenesses of Bulma and Oolong, which is really cool. So it looks like you can play as kind of quote unquote unpowered characters in the series, but there's also character customization for a custom survivor. So I think that's really cool.
I think that is very cool. I'm very excited about this game.
A closed beta test is coming soon to PC. It says it's going to release for physical and digital in 2022.
Platforms will be PS4, Xbox One,
Xbox
Nintendo
One,
Switch, and
Switch,
PC.
and PC. So it's not current gen; it's last gen. But honestly, good, because
They wanted to reach the largest audience possible,
absolutely,
and that's what I take from that.
Yep.
All right, one of the big topics we got for today is the Game Awards 2021 nominees have recently been announced. Many categories. This looks to be, I know we say this every year, but the largest Game Awards show yet. Many categories were announced. Game of the Year nominees specifically include Deathloop from Arcane Studios, It Takes Two from Hazelight Studios. Maddie, are you voting for It Takes Two? Hell yeah.
You don't quote me on this, but I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Don't quote you on that?
Don't quote me on it.
So it's not true?
Wink.
Okay. Metroid Dread from Mercury Steam. Psychonauts 2 from Double Fine. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart from Insomniac Games. And Resident Evil Village from Capcom. Honestly, this is a tough one for me. This is a tough year for me. Usually I can pick them right away, but like this is a tough one.
No, really, it was tough for me between It Takes Two and Village.
Yeah. Honestly.
Honestly, after stream, I'll swing over and drop off my copy so you can play it.
Oh, word. You should still. So in the meantime, if I'm gonna be playing Village, you gotta play Ratchet and Clank.
I'll play Rift Apart. Yeah.
So that's the deal we gotta make with ourselves. I'm thinking about what other games didn't get nominated this year that should have been like looked at more. But like
it's unfortunate that it released so late, but people were upset that Forza Horizon 5 wasn't picked for a contender for Game of the Year. I saw a lot of complaints about Returnal not being an option.
Yeah, I saw that as well. I kind of agree.
And I also saw Hitman 3, people were upset wasn't an option.
I kind of agree with Returnal not being an option. Because I think it was a good game. I don't think it was Game of the Year quality. You know?
Yeah.
And that's just my opinion. One thing that I am looking forward to specifically this year is best score in music. I'm telling you right away, just to be upfront with you, Guardians of the Galaxy has my vote. It has my vote for that one. Best score in music, it has my vote. I'm sorry.
Come on. Are you kidding me? For me, the only other contender is Near Replicant.
For me, best audio design though, that's a little tougher. I think it's either gonna come down to Forza Horizon 5 for me or Resident Evil Village. Honestly, I think it's gonna come down to that for me.
I need to play Ratchet and Clank before I make an opinion on that.
It does have very good audio design, but in my personal opinion,
Well, just from the fucking 20 minutes I played of Forza Horizon 5, I'm like, damn.
That it is impressive. Best art direction, I'm leaning towards either I want to say Rift Apart or Kenna Bridge of Spirits.
I'm very strongly in the Kenna Bridge of Spirits camp.
Yeah. Best
Gorgeous game.
Best narrative, I kind of want to say It Takes Two.
I was gonna agree. It is such an amazing narrative.
Very strongly opinionated towards It Takes Two on best narrative. Best game direction. Best game direction kind of coincides almost with Game of the Year. I feel like. Honestly,
I don't even know what the category best game direction entails. Like, what is game direction?
It's like. That's why I'm like, how is that different from Game of the Year, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if I had to choose, I guess it would be Deathloop.
I guess.
If I had to choose, it would come down to either Deathloop or It Takes Two. But, like, then we have, that's another hard category for me. Because, like, there's so many games that, like, Insomniac Games is, like, the golden retriever of PlayStation. So, like, everything they do is just good. Best performance is an interesting one. I know who you chose.
Maggie Robertson. Yeah. It's absolutely incredible.
For me, it's gonna come down to I think Maggie Robertson or Jason E. Kelly from Deathloop.
Yeah, the Colt from Deathloop is incredible.
I love Giancarlo Esposito as Anton Castillo in Far Cry 6, but the thing is, I would have voted for him except for the fact that he's simply not in the game very much. And like that's the thing that I was like in the end I was like, okay, other people deserve it more. Best ongoing, I think I'm going to give it to Genshin Impact, honestly.
I gave it to Final Fantasy 14.
That's my two choices, but I think I'm going to give it to Genshin Impact cuz Genshin Impact is on mobile. So like
gotcha.
It reaches a larger audience of people, but I think in my opinion, and you could fight me on this, Genshin Impact is like top 3 tier battle royale games. Like top 3. Like if you haven't played it and you don't believe me, go play it. Go play it. Best indie. I am very strongly biased either towards 12 Minutes or Kenna. And I'm leaning towards Kenna. I have Kenna. I have Kenna. Did you know that?
No.
But it's unfortunately I bought it on Epic Game Store, so can't share it, sadly.
That's okay. I couldn't pick.
Best debut indie, I very much think it's either Valheim or Kenna.
Holy shit, Valheim was this year.
Yeah. Games for Impact, I want to say Life is Strange True Colors, just because I'm a Life is Strange fan. But that's me being...
No, Boyfriend Dungeon was so cheeky.
Was it? Yeah, but it says Games for Impact, though.
Life is Strange as a series is very impactful.
Very impactful. Makes you cry a lot. Best community support, I want to say either Final Fantasy 14 or No Man's Sky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like it could go either way for me.
Yeah, best VR AR, Resident Evil 4 all the way.
Yes. Is there any question?
That's no brainer. I didn't even know Hitman 3 had a VR mode.
Neither did I.
Best mobile game. I think I gotta go Genshin Impact, but if it wasn't Genshin Impact, I would have picked Pokemon Unite.
Pokemon Unite is great.
Yeah. Best action. That's a tough one.
It's really tough. I want to give it to Back 4 Blood, but I feel
like Deathloop has to take it.
Yeah.
I feel like Deathloop has to take it. Best action adventure, I want to give it to... I don't think Village should take it there.
I honestly didn't know why it was in this category.
Like
I don't think there are enough
horror, yes. Horror, yes.
I don't think there are enough horror games to have a horror category this year.
Yeah, horror games are very much a neglected gaming category, and I wish we had more horror games coming out. That's
another topic.
Yeah.
That's another rant. I didn't vote for it for action adventure just because it doesn't fit that role. Honestly, from everything I've watched, I gave it to Guardians.
Oh, really? For me, I think it would come down to, cause like I'm a Marvel fanboy, but I'm also a DC fanboy. I just love superheroes, you know.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
again, I haven't played Rift Apart.
yeah, I'm not saying Rift Apart is a 10 out of 10, but in my opinion, Guardians isn't either. And the things in Rift Apart are, they, like, again, I haven't played Guardians yet either, but I have it, but I have yet to start it. So I need to play all these games. This is why I haven't voted yet. I need to play all these games before I make an informed decision on it. But just from how they looked, I feel like the things in Rift Apart were better directed, and the overall design of it, that how everything came together, was more cohesive than what was in Guardians of the Galaxy, but not by much, like very slightly. So I think it would come down to either Guardians or Rift Apart for me. Best role playing, I kind of forgot about Cyberpunk, honestly, but I think I gotta give it to Cyberpunk, honestly, because like despite everything that's happened about it, it still has an active player base.
And that should show for something.
I was going to say, that should say something about how many people actually like that game.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to vote for Cyberpunk on that one. Best fighting, I want to say either Guilty Gear, the new Guilty Gear, or I want to say the new Demon Slayer.
Those were my two options. I was actually just having a conversation about the Hinokami Chronicles game last night. That it's like it's the same studio that did Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm. So it's like Demon Slayer Ninja Storm, which is great. They have a fantastic formula for their anime fighting games, and it works really well. But Guilty Gear made massive waves. It is incredible.
I'm kind of leaning towards Guilty Gear in that respect.
Me too.
Best family, it's down to It Takes Two and Mario Party Superstars.
Mario Party Superstars. Yep.
You think so? Yeah, I think I'm gonna give it to that because It Takes Two is more of a co-op game. It's not like something I would label
it's
a family
not a family game, and it's like the parents are assholes in that game. Why would you want this to show? Why would you want to show your kids this?
Yeah. Best racing game. Come on, you know what it's got to be.
All right, best sim strategy.
Forza Horizon 5 for best racing. If you haven't figured that out, best sim strategy. I think it's either got to go to Microsoft Flight Simulator or Humankind, which is like a Civ spinoff.
I don't know, man.
You disagree?
Inscription is incredible.
I haven't even heard of Inscription.
Take a look into it. It's like a really cool card game.
I'll take a look at it. Best multiplayer. Not giving it to New World or Valheim because, in my opinion, those are more solo adventures. Like, yeah, other people exist in it, but like they try to fuck you over, you know. In my opinion, it's going to come down to either It Takes Two or Back 4 Blood, and I'm heavily leaning towards It Takes Two. Most anticipated game.
Come on, guys.
This is a hard one.
It's literally
this is the hardest one in my opinion.
All of these are so difficult, and Starfield.
But we don't even know like literally anything about the Breath of the Wild sequel other than that it exists.
No, yeah, it's there. It's a thing that's happening at some point.
So it's hard to be anticipating it when we don't know anything about it. I think in the end,
honestly, these are ranked from top to bottom.
For you?
No. From top to bottom, it's the amount of information we know about the game. Because we also know next to nothing about Starfield, I believe.
Todd Howard recently, like literally last week, came out and revealed a few more details about it. But yeah, we know very little.
Okay.
Other than
Elden Ring has been played, like there were playtests of it, like this past week. God of War, we've got
multiple trailers.
Fire ass trailer with Tyr and Thor and everybody.
Commentary by the actual people who made it. Same thing for Horizon
Forbidden West. We don't have too much to go on.
No, we do. we got an increased gameplay, looked at combat mechanics and like wildlife and stuff like that. You should go take a look at that. Go take a look at that.
That went right over my head. I
Go-
didn't
go
see that. Whoa.
Go after we're done. We'll look at together. We'll watch Horizon Forbidden West gameplay. We'll watch that together.
Word.
I think in my opinion, for me, I think my most anticipated one on this list.
I'm gonna say Ragnarok.
I am gonna say Forbidden West. Just because Forbidden West came out, it's older than it's older than the new God of War. You know, it's older than 2018 God of War. So like, I've been waiting for Forbidden West to come out longer than I have the new God of War game. That's why it's more anticipated for me, just because it's like I've been waiting longer for it. You know.
That's fair. It took me years to play Zero Dawn, so yeah.
I played it shortly after it came out, and I was like, damn, I can't wait till they make another one. And now it's finally happening. So I think Forbidden West has to take that. Innovation and accessibility, I'm pretty sure. I gotta say, it's either I think it's gonna take Forza again for me, honestly. Content creator of the year. I don't know any of these people other than Dream. So I think
all I know about Dream was the controversy that he's a cheater.
Oh, in Minecraft?
Yeah.
How do you cheat in Minecraft? I don't even know how you would do that.
Seeds.
Oh, gotcha. Don't know much about that, but he's the only one I recognize.
I like the name the Gref G, so I think I might pick him just because he's got a cool name.
Best esports game for me, I think it's gonna be Valorant. I like Valorant a whole bunch. I don't know any of the esports teams, athletes, or coaches. And for the event, the only one on there that I recognize... Alright, I recognize 3 of them on there. One of them is just simply called the International. I think for me, it's got to be the League of Legends Championship.
Yeah.
Because think of a more iconic game tournament than League of Legends tournaments. All right, we spent a lot of time on that one. Now we got another big topic to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about
Sony for a little bit.
Let's talk about what's going on at PlayStation. So PlayStation recently revealed or announced that they have 25 exclusive games currently in development.
A lot.
That's a
lot.
That's a lot. So we wanted to talk to you guys about what we thought they're working on and what maybe you thought they were working on. So right off the bat, we can eliminate a few, right? Like God of War Ragnarok, that's one. Horizon Forbidden West, Gran Turismo 7, Marvel's Wolverine, Marvel Spider-Man 2.
That is
5.
That is 20% of the games.
That is 5 that we know of that are currently confirmed to be coming out.
There are 20 more in development.
So now we're getting into the ones that aren't confirmed. Likely ones that are happening, that people are happening. All right, let's just say for the sake of argument that what we say here is what they're going to be doing, okay? Let's just say for the sake of argument. So, like, what do you think the next thing is? My opinion, because people have been asking for it forever, literally forever, ever since it came out. Bloodborne Remaster.
Absolutely. It's been talked about for so long.
Bloodborne Remaster or Bloodborne Remake, something to do with Bloodborne.
Or Bloodborne, yeah, as well. Another thing that's Bloodborne related, Bloodborne Kart.
Okay, that leads me into the next one. PlayStation All-Star Brawl 2.
Honestly, we've got a lot more characters.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could fucking have Spider-Man and PlayStation All-Star
Brawl. So that's what, 7? The 7?
Yeah.
7 what we got so far? We could have Wolverine in PlayStation All-Star Brawl. Venom now too. New Astrobot. That's probably a safe bet. That
would be so fun.
New
Astrobot was so fun.
Either a remaster of one of the previous games or a new Infamous game.
That would be cool.
So what are we at? 9? We're at 9. We're at 9.
We have 9. Number 10 is the Marvel game being done by the Uncharted creators.
Is that exclusive though? I don't think that's a PlayStation exclusive.
Uncharted was.
No, the new Marvel game I'm talking about.
I don't know.
I don't know if that's an exclusive. I don't know. We'll have to revisit that. Another one that I think, Sly Cooper. I
was about to say, give us a definitive Sly Cooper trilogy. Like, give us a remastered Sly Cooper collection,
something
please.
like that in the vein of Crash Bandicoot or Spyro, something like that. New Uncharted.
That would make me pee my gamer diaper.
Because you said it.
The other day, I was talking about the fact that I have an old friend's copies of Sly Cooper, and it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to give it back to them.
Oh my god. Because you already said it, I think goes without saying they are planning to do Uncharted. They are planning to Uncharted is not dead. Like, they're not just shelving that.
No, Uncharted 4 was such a success that they're gonna keep going.
I think Nathan Drake's story is done. Like, I don't think there's going to be another Nathan Drake Uncharted.
Oh, well, I was gonna say something, but it was a spoiler for something you haven't played.
Are you talking about Lost Legacy?
What?
Are you talking about Lost Legacy?
No. I was about to say, at the end of Uncharted 4, you have that whole mission of you playing as Nathan Drake's daughter.
Do you know I played Uncharted 4, right?
Yeah, no, I was going to equate it to something else you haven't played.
Oh, okay. Name the game. Name the game.
Village.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale. We already said that. I think that we could potentially see because I want it, and we still have to play them together. The old Resistance games. Because
you've been talking about Resistance for so long in our friendship. Like, I remember at one rehearsal. No. It was an audition for a summer show. You literally just told me the plot of one of the Resistance games. I was like, damn, this is nuts.
It's very much like you could equate it, if you had to pick one thing to equate it to, Gears.
I was about to say, speaking of, got to get on our Gears 5.
But, think about one genre that Sony just doesn't have an exclusive for. What comes to mind?
I can't think of one.
First-person shooters. Sony does not have an name one. Name an exclusive first-person shooter that is only available on PlayStation. That is current.
Oh, shit.
That is current. That came out on PS5. Can't name one. The last first-person exclusive we got was Killzone Shadowfall. That's another thing. New Killzone game. Make one of those. Killzone remaster something. Was Killzone Shadowfall when the PS4 launched in 2013. That was the last first-person shooter we got as an exclusive for PS4. That was almost 9 years ago.
Damn.
So that's the one thing that Sony is missing from their catalog. So I'm thinking that one of those games is being either Resistance or Killzone or both. We'll just say for the sake of argument that they're doing both. So what are we at? 14?
Something like that. Now, with the upcoming release of PSVR 2, do you think Sony exclusive VR games, could those be some of these games in development?
For sure. Absolutely. Because we know PSVR 2 is the thing. We know they're producing stuff for it. They wouldn't have non-launch titles available for the PSVR 2.
So I'm really curious to see what they the creative minds behind the VR side of Sony could come up with.
I'm very curious because apparently it's going to be in terms of hardware specs, it's going to beat the Valve Index and the Quest 2. And it's going to be wireless too, apparently.
my god.
So I'm that cable from the
cable from PSVR is
like you can actually I don't know if you've ever tried to do it, but you can actually do wireless VR gaming with your Quest 2 from your PC. Because you stream the game to your headset.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It is pretty cool. I like it a lot. You do it with Steam VR, I'm pretty sure.
But yeah, so even with all of this like thinking, we've only hit like 15, 16 games.
So let's say, for the sake of argument, they're working on 2 exclusive PSVR games for the new PSVR headset. So we're at 16. We still have 9 more to go.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Like I'm at the point where I'm like, some of these have to be new IPs.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like some of these have to be like new ideas that they have. We can expect that Blue Point Games, which is an exclusive studio to Sony now, is going to be doing some heavy work in the next few years.
Also, Sony backing Devolver, we might get a Sony exclusive game from Devolver.
So let's say one Devolver game is exclusive to Sony.
And I'm gonna say 2 Blue Points.
You think 2 Blue Points?
Yeah, because with the success, especially with the success of Demon's Souls,
but Blue Point could be doing the Bloodborne remaster. That could be one of theirs.
Honestly, we know they're already working on something.
So let's
it's a remaster.
So let's say, for the sake of argument, that Bloodborne remaster is one of them.
Remake is being done by
and
Blue
they're doing
Point and something
and they're
else.
doing one that we have no idea what it is. So we're at 18 now.
Still 7. I kind of wanted to try to get to 25, but I can't think of anything.
Other things.
We could just say 7 new IPs and there.
I think they're working on at least 5. I think they're working on at least 5 new IPs.
Gotta be.
So we'll do 2 more. We'll go to 20, and then for the sake of argument, we'll say that 5 of the games that they're working on are games that are new, like that we have no idea what they are, like the new properties that have never been made before. So 2 more.
Got 2 more. Fucking. Hold on. You're gonna see my tummy. I'm gonna be looking at my game.
Your gaming catalog.
A new Jak and Daxter?
Yes, I'm so glad you said that. Oh my god, I forgot about that.
That was completely because literally on the end of because I could barely see my games, but the only game I saw was Jak and Daxter. I was like,
oh wait, we might have to dip into the intellectual properties for a minute. We know that they're working on a Last of Us multiplayer game. So we're at 20.
Okay.
We're at 20. So let's dip into those properties for a bit. So let's do 1 more, and then the rest we'll say are new things. What's 1 more thing that we've heard of that they could be working on?
Was Twisted Metal a Sony exclusive?
Yes. Okay, so let's say new Twisted Metal game, because the new Twisted Metal TV show is coming out.
That's true, and they'll probably, if that goes well, they're probably they probably already have a Twisted Metal game.
I think so.
In the works.
So
damn, well, we actually got to 25.
Yeah, 4 more new IPs, but yeah, so if that's true, which it isn't. If all of that is,
this is just a good guess. We should write this down just to see how well we did.
How well we did. I'll pull up this VOD when we actually know what they are. And it'll be like, okay, we were wrong there. We were wrong there. We were right here, right here. Wrong about pretty much everything that we didn't know about already. Imagine it's 20 new IPs.
Stop.
Sony would go bankrupt. Oh my god. All right. That was pretty much all we had to talk about with that. We just have no idea what these new properties or these 25 games that they're working on are. We know 5 of them.
Yeah.
Or we know
get excited because we have a lot. We have a lot to look forward to.
Maybe 7 of them if you're generous. But for the majority of them, we have no idea what they are. But you take it away with anime because we're all done with gaming there.
Oh my god. Ladies and gentlemen, it is here tonight, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The 1000th episode of One Piece will air. I'm emotional.
You're gonna cry? You're gonna call me crying?
No, yeah. If you want to join the Discord call, I'm gonna be on call with my cousin watching the episode tonight.
I'll call you. I'll call you later. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have you join the call. You'll have no clue what's going on, but it's really insane. Just like this is gonna turn into me talking about like the legacy of One Piece.
It's gonna get really sappy for Luffy.
Yeah. It's so wild that something can have such a lasting impression for so long. It's wild. Like this, the manga has been running since '97. The anime has been running since '99.
They said that the anime, 22 years. 22 years.
24. It's almost the 25-year anniversary of the manga, which is nuts.
It's insane.
And it's literally like Eiichiro Oda, the creator of One Piece. And like, first of all, he does it like essentially all himself. It is almost completely...
and the crazy thing is, it's not the longest running anime. It's like the longest shonen, I think. Longest running shonen. No. But they're like, there's like this one anime that has like 3,000 episodes currently out, and I'm like,
oh yeah, no, there's ones that are like 10-minute shorts, like not Toradora, because that's something recent. It's that little like blue cat.
I can't remember the name of it.
Neither can I, off the top of my head. Detective Conan Case Closed has more episodes. Very few series have reached this this monolith of an achievement.
Like, you can probably count on one hand how many are this long running.
Maybe two, if there's like children's shows, essentially, because how many episodes does SpongeBob have?
No, I'm talking about specifically anime.
Yeah, I was just equating it to Western animation, because like there are so many shows that I don't know about.
SpongeBob has actually been going the exact same. Well, not the exact. Like, it's probably like month to month difference, but like they've been around since '99 too. They've been like 22 years as well.
Yeah.
So One Piece. Think about that. One Piece has been around. The anime has been around for as long as SpongeBob has. It's insane.
It's wild.
Which was like one of the OG Nickelodeon cartoons.
Toei released a cool, they're calling the 1000th episode, like the press for it is 1000 logs, like in a log book.
I heard they're having like maybe a fan art contest or something like that to celebrate the episode.
I have to look into it. I'm not quite sure.
You should
if they did next week, we'll cover like winners of it. Should that happen?
You should do a color by numbers and submit that of One Piece.
That would be really cool. I think I don't know where I was going with that.
You're just very excited about it.
I'm very excited. I'm not doing very well at containing my, I'm like covering my mouth because I'm just beaming right now. Like, oh my god, it's happening. And like, I know to a degree what's going to happen in the episode. It doesn't cover chapter 1000, which came out a few months ago. But when first, like, what it's going to hit is a super, it's such a great spot for episode 1000 to land in the manga. And when chapter 1000 and 1001 are animated in like a couple months, it's gonna be very good.
So I have a question for you related to this, and I'll ask you this same question again when you've seen the episode. I'll ask you this again next week. But where do you think One Piece is going to go after 1,000 episodes? What's next for One Piece? Because that's a big milestone. So like, what's
it's a huge milestone.
What's next for them after that?
Knowing Oda and the way he likes to play with numbers, I think he's gonna try to shoot for 1,500 chapters.
You think so?
I think so. I think he wants it to be.
Why specifically that number?
Because like I don't see it going to 2,000. Because though to be fair, he's been saying One Piece will be done in 5 years for like the last 8 years, and just recently he said there's about like 5 years left. But we take it with a block of salt because he said that for years up to this point.
Yeah.
But I don't think One Piece is half over.
Because if you think about that, that would make it the longest running show ever. If that was the case, because that's like if he goes the same rate that he has been this entire time, that's 44 years of a show running. Which is mind-boggling, but I don't think that's the case. Looking at the narrative of the series right now, both in the anime now and in the manga, the war to liberate Wano, the country of Wano, is raging. Post Wano, we're going to get world development, like an update, like the result of the battle is going to spread throughout the world. Bounties are sure to be raised. And then past that point, there's very few things that are left to happen before like the final world war, like the world pirate war, which is honestly like it hasn't been explicitly called that, but that's what I like to call it, like the world pirate war, because Luffy has amassed and like a fleet. You have the Straw Hat crew, but what isn't actively traveling with him is a fleet of over 5,000 people under the Straw Hat name, officially. So they have a small they have a small army.
Yeah. So that fleet, it's probably going to, the whole point of the Wano arc is to open up the country to the world because it's been isolated. Wano is going to be backing the Straw Hat fleet, because we don't know how it's going to end. You never know, he could lose.
It's plausible because like 5,000 is not a lot of people for a war, you know.
Yeah, no, but like the Straw Hat fleet isn't in this war. It's only like this is exclusively like the rebels of Wano fighting like the dictator, essentially.
In the World War.
In the World War, the way I see what that is going to entail is a three-sided war between the Marines, who are like the global military force against pirates. You have the Marines versus Luffy versus Blackbeard. There's another, like, a major villain of the series is Blackbeard, and he is amassing, or like behind the scenes, he has slowly been amassing an army of cutthroat pirates, which are going to have to, because like we have so many actual named characters heading the Straw Hat fleet that there is so much. Like, Wano is, I think at this point, the longest arc in the series. I think we're going to have one small developmental arc, probably like 50 or so chapters.
Like a filler arc almost?
Not even like a filler arc. It's just like, it's like low tide, essentially. Because that's on it, like, if you look, that's kind of how One Piece is gone.
Like it's for exposition.
You have longer arcs, you have a shorter arc, you have a longer arc, you have a shorter arc. And so it's like, it kind of like ebbs and flows. Like it's like almost like a palate cleanser, because you've been watching this, we've been reading Wano for like years now, and you're like, oh, I can't just get right back into another thing. We'll have like it's world development.
He needs to give you time to recover.
Yeah, Luffy still needs to meet Shanks again.
That still hasn't happened.
It still hasn't happened. Technically, it did in the Marineford battle when they were trying to free Ace, but Luffy was unconscious.
That doesn't count.
That doesn't count. It doesn't count. So they haven't actually met since Shanks left when he was a kid, which is wild.
Yeah, I think so. I think after this wraps up, then I think that's.
We still have to meet Shanks. I feel like
So follow up question to that. Do you think that the World Pirate War, as you call it, is the final arc of One Piece?
I think the World Pirate War will take place after he finds the One Piece.
You think so?
Because we have just enough. It's like James Gunn's TED Talk about the mystery box, where you have just enough pieces of the puzzle to speculate things, where part of the One Piece, to a degree, is the true history of the world. That there's a whole century of history called the Void Century, where the world government forbids anyone of learning about it. And that's what Nika Robin, one of the crew members, that is her life ambition, is to uncover the truth of the Void Century. I think the One Piece will be discovered, and the Void Century, what happened, will be revealed, and that is what sets off the war against the world government, as well as fighting Blackbeard. Blackbeard is fighting Luffy and the Marines. Luffy is fighting Blackbeard and the Marines. The Marines are fighting both of them. Honestly, I could call it the world government, not just the Marines.
Yeah,
I think it is going to be massive.
Only time will tell, I guess.
Absolutely. This is just me speculating how the story is gonna go. We haven't even gone to Elbaf, the land of giants.
We don't have time for all that. We got to wrap this show up.
Absolutely. No, we need to see the end of Usopp's story. So I'm gonna move on. I'm extremely excited that
I will
One Piece is...
I'll ask you about a recap of the episode next week.
You'll like
I'll
it.
hear about it regardless, but I'm gonna ask you about it.
Okay.
All right. Next one.
Along with major One Piece news, we have an official release date of Attack on Titan: The Final Season Part 2. It is coming in January.
January
it's starting
9th?
to air January 9th. It's finally here.
And what is it? Only gonna be 10 episodes?
I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be the same length, or maybe a few episodes longer than Part 1.
A few episodes longer? I think it's gonna be shorter. Honestly. Slightly. Very slightly. Like 2.
I'd have to look at the chapters. I'd have to look back and
because
reread.
The first part was 14 parts to it.
How long was season 3 in total? Because that was also broken up into 2 parts.
That was had to be 40 at least.
Yeah, so 14 and... I would say it might be 14 and 17. I think part 2 might be 17 episodes.
All right, I'll trust you. Yeah, but that's pretty exciting.
That was two major.
There are enough animes, including One Piece, that are going on for a long ass time. I need one of them to stop, so that I can watch the other ones. I need one to stop.
December 1st, the next part of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is coming.
I know, and Demon Slayer is launching at the end of this month.
Oh no! Demon Slayer is
coming out next month.
Still going.
Is it?
Yeah, season 2 has already started. However,
I'm talking about the dub. I watched the dub.
Dub, there it is. Okay.
So I think the dub starts coming out the first week of December.
Speaking of that, another big thing Netflix is doing, it is simuldub for part 6 of JoJo, where all the other languages it can be viewed in, like, you can watch the trailer in all of the languages.
That's rare for Netflix to do that.
Yeah.
Right?
So there's like 6 language options. They're all going to be available on December 1st for the first 12 episodes, which is huge.
That's crazy.
All right. Let's get into what to play and what to watch.
Let's get you guys out of here. We've been rambling long enough. Each of us.
I've been rambling.
All right. First up, we got games. The first thing that that came out this past week was Grow Song of the Evertree out on PC, Nintendo Switch, PS4, Xbox One. Hextech Mayhem, a League of
Hell is that? That's a cool name.
A League of Legends story out on PC and Nintendo Switch. We have.
Oh wait, that's? I think last night I was at a bar in Syracuse called 3 Lives. It is a gaming bar, which is really cool, and they have like streams up. I think someone was playing Hexmex, the League of Legends story.
Next we have Ruined King, a League of Legends story. That's on more platforms, strangely enough. The first one was only out on PC and Nintendo Switch. The second one, Ruined King, is out on PC, Nintendo Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X. I'm not sure the reasoning behind that.
Interesting.
It looks like they're published by the same publisher. Different developers maybe. Different developers. Looks like the Hextech Mayhem is a rhythm game and the Ruined King is a tactical RPG.
Tactical RPG. Okay, so that one is it was Ruined King.
It was Ruined King that they were playing. Next we have Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1 out on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X. Maddie, I think you should actually take a look at that. Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You get to play as a young Sherlock Holmes. Next we have Surviving the Aftermath out on Nintendo Switch exclusively. After that we have The Waylanders, a PC exclusive. Next we have Final Fantasy VII The First Soldier, which is Final Fantasy Battle Royale out on iOS and Android. Everything has a Battle Royale. Nothing is safe anymore. I'm not surprised if we get a God of War Battle Royale coming out.
Oh, we already have Kratos in Fortnite.
Yeah. Next we have Clang 2 out on Nintendo Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X. Next we have Kid Amnesia Exposition.
Kid Amnesia. Yeah.
Amnesia Exposition out on PC, Mac, and PS5. After that, we have Microsoft Flight Simulator Game of the Year Edition out on PC and Xbox Series X. I am excited about that because I have my flight stick now. I am going to be trying that out.
Hell yeah.
An unfortunate release we have should have had more time in the oven. Battlefield 2042 is out on Windows, PS4, PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X. And finally, the big one I'm sure you and Simon specifically are excited about. I'm actually pretty excited about too. Is Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl is out.
We played it at midnight after the party.
Did you actually? Nice.
We were all.
Did you buy it? Did you buy it?
Like started it up. It's pretty.
That is out exclusively on Nintendo Switch. So that is all the games we have this week.
Going into movies, we have A Snowy Christmas, A Picture Perfect Holiday, One December Night, Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, the legendary 1979 No Nukes concert.
That was a lot.
Yeah. We have Night Night.
That's scary.
King Richard, which is that new Will Smith movie. It looks fantastic. Thank you for the lollipop, Hans. We have Bad Luck Banging or Loony Porn. What?
That doesn't sound like a kid-friendly film.
Okay, I'm just gonna read this off. Emmy, a school teacher, finds her career and reputation under threat after a personal sex tape is leaked on the internet. Forced to meet the parents demanding her dismissal, Emmy refuses to surrender to their pressure. Yikes.
Yikes.
We have Extinct, which looks like a fun little... Oh, they're donut cat. They have holes and what? We have Dancing Through the Snow. And finally, the big reveal yesterday, or the big release yesterday, Ghostbusters Afterlife.
That's a big one that people are excited about. Maddie wants to go see that. So finally,
that was all the movies.
So finally, we got TV. We got the series premiere of The Great out on Hulu. We got a new season of Hellbound out on Netflix. New season of The Wheel of Time, which is actually a good show, out on Amazon Prime Video. We have a new season of Harriet the Spy out on Apple TV Plus. We have Stath Let's Flats out on HBO Max. I don't know what that is.
That's a tongue twister.
We have the 2021 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony tonight out on HBO.
8 p.m.
And finally, we have
The unfortunate.
the series premiere of Cowboy Bebop on Netflix, which is unfortunately not as good as people were hoping it was going to be.
Which now it has taken my hopes of the live action One Piece series Netflix is doing down a couple pegs.
It's like, all right, I need to taper my
I was
expectations.
hoping that this one would be good. I heard cinematically it is very beautiful.
But people are complaining about the not the acting, but the writing, and the actual directing behind it. Like they think the script is poor and the actual directing is poor.
Yeah, I was hoping it would be received better because I'm just hoping that this one, like, they don't squander my love for One Piece like they have.
We'll see.
My love for Cowboy Bebop,
We'll
my
see.
love for Death Note, I could keep going.
We'll see if they squander our shared love for Avatar: The Last Airbender, the live action series, when it comes out.
True.
Yeah.
The cast looks great.
I hope it's good.
Me too.
Yeah.
All right.
That's all we have. Thank you guys for sticking with us for a longer show today. We will see you on Friday next week, right?
Yes.
On Friday
Well,
next.
it is Thanksgiving weekend.
Oh, okay.
Do we want to do Saturday again, or like take the week off just to be with family?
I think that's a good idea. So
we'll be back in 2 weeks.
We'll be back in 2 weeks. We'll be taking a hiatus this week because of the holiday. So I think that's a good plan, and we'll be back. Hold on, let me check the date.
It would be the 3rd of December.
3rd of December?
Yep.
Yeah.
With Amusement Mile.
So I think we'll be
keep an eye out on our channels or all our notifications to see if we do anything in the meantime.
So we'll be communicating with guys if we do anything other than that, but we will see you back here in 2 weeks on December 3rd for our usual stream on Friday. So thank you guys so much, and enjoy Thanksgiving. Happy holiday. And
Happy holidays.
make sure to get yourself some Black Friday presents for Christmas. I'm going to be spending a lot of money this week on that. And eat a lot of turkey, eat a lot of food, and I hope you guys
Piss your pants.
hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. Thank you guys so much for watching.